I used to scour for work every week. I used to call around random companies to try and get more and more and more work. And I was probably spending at least one day a week just on the phone trying to bring in more work. People ring us now. I don't have to do the ringing because they ring us. Inquiries a week now. I would probably put them in between 10 and 20 inquiries a week. You know, a busy week, there'd be sort of 10 submissions on the website, probably get 3 or 4 phone calls on top of that, 3 or 4 emails. So last year we did 350k for the year. We've done £250,000 one quarter this year. So, you know, turnover's gone up through the roof. We're aiming to sort of turn over £1,000,000 this year. So our revenue has gone up by 3 times. So
Nice. And that's all through organic. That's all through SEO.
yeah, all for SEO. We've never done any advertising on Meta or Google, all through the website and the SEO. Hello, I'm Myles from Midland Solar Limited, based in the Midlands. And we've been working with SEO Dons for around 7 months now.
Happy days. Happy days. Where pretty much, mate, like where were you in terms of like the inquiries you were getting before? Because you were doing a lot in the eco space, weren't you? And obviously when the funding scheme changed, and I think
we can see funding was coming to an end. We was just subcontracting to larger national installers. We was constantly being picked up and dropped. We wanted to establish our own customer base and really sort of set our own foundations and our own customers and our own work and move away from the subcontracting. We signed up just before Christmas, got launched in January. And yeah, we are fully self-sufficient with no subcontracting now. So we just do private installs.
Mate, congratulations. So pretty much like where were you in terms of, I suppose, like inquiries? Was it literally just a case of you were getting no further inquiries before?
Since the company launched back in 2020, we've used 2 other marketing agencies. One concentrated on Google, which I think we were signed up to them for a year and we received 0 results whatsoever. We also went with another local marketing company, built us a website. We didn't do any SEO with the website. It's purely just a website, no SEO, no advertising, and again, 0 results. Yeah, we just wasn't given the correct information and, you know, the correct resources to be able to decide which way we wanted to go with the advertising, whether it be SEO or Facebook. At the time you guys contacted us, I was looking into marketing, and I suppose you just caught me at the right time. And yeah, I mean, in terms of results, the quotes that we were getting from people for the cost per lead, I mean, we were being quoted like £200 a click, £200 a lead, sorry. And it, you know, we was being told that we needed like a £10,000 marketing budget to achieve sort of 10, 20 leads, and it just didn't make sense. And then obviously you guys came along, you know, for the budget that we're spending and the submissions that we get and the quality of leads that are coming in, and yeah, they're well worth it.
100%. So if you could almost put like a number on like the amount of inquiries you're getting at the minute, because I know it's like a mix, because you get a lot through your website, obviously organic, but then also you get like obviously phone calls, you get inbound emails. If you could put a number on it, maybe like weekly, how many inquiries do you reckon you're sort of pulling through now?
Yes, so inquiries a week now. I would probably put them in between 10 and 20 inquiries a week. That's including obviously the web submissions, emails, phone calls. You know, a busy week, there'd be sort of 10 submissions on the website. We'll probably get 3 or 4 phone calls on top of that, 3 or 4 emails. Don't get me wrong, you have to filter through the stuff that's worth your time. You know, out of the rubbish, there is some really good stuff that you want to get your teeth stuck into as well. So
it's not been that long with the CRM, but I'm glad to know that it's helping, obviously, in terms of tracking things.
Yeah, and we did import some sales from previous. Obviously, we had some sales that were in the pipeline before the CRM. I think there was sort of 8 sales that were sat there that were brought into the CRM. But since we've actually had the CRM, so say within the last 3 months, we've had probably about 120 submissions in the last 3 months. So yeah.
100%. And in terms of I suppose like the quality of the leads that are coming in, because obviously you've done like you said, like 36 sales so far, and obviously you know the nature of the game, like sometimes it takes a little bit of time for these installs to actually go to sale. So in terms of your sort of future pipeline that you've got from the inquiries that are coming in, you know, how much work do you reckon is going to obviously be generated from the back of your existing pipeline that you've sort of been working with?
Beforehand, there was obviously just me running around like a headless chicken trying to manage everything. With the leads that were coming in, we was wasting money and wasting leads because we got that busy with inquiries. I was trying to run the business and deal with the inquiries, and we were just not using the leads that were coming into our ability. They were being lost through me not having enough time. So since starting with you guys, we've got Sarah in the office doing the admin. She does a couple of days a week. then we've got Steve full time, and he's dealing with the inquiries now. Our next step would be to hire a sales manager. Steve's an operations manager. He is stepping in for sales at the moment. But yeah, I mean, working together is working well. And yeah, the next step will be increase the budget and bring in a sales manager. So
100%. Happy days. So obviously you mentioned as well, quite rightfully, and I think a lot of installers go through the same sort of thing of like getting burnt, like they've worked with people who like they've promised the world, they haven't delivered, which obviously you mentioned, you know, you were being quoted, you know, just stupid amounts to actually sort of deliver on something like this for you. What, at the time, if you can cast your mind back when we had that conversation, like what made you decide to go with us anyway? Like, it could be absolutely anything. Was it the way we came across? Like, was it our results? What actually made you decide to go with us despite being burnt before and obviously going through those experiences?
what was the chap's name who I originally had the call with? He reached out to me out of the blue. Can't remember his name. It was Andrew.
Yeah.
So I think Andrew's a very good salesman, and I just liked his pitch, if I'm honest. And you literally, you rang my phone at just the right time because we was looking to do something. And like I was reaching out to companies literally that week, calling them, looking on the website, and my phone just randomly rang, and I didn't have a clue who it was, and it was just basically a cold call. And he said the right things at the right time. How you doing?
He's laying it else.
The right things at the right time, and it was like, right, let's go for it. So
happy days, happy days. So there you go, Andrew. There you go. You should get back on the. You should get back on the sales, mate.
Mate, do. I appreciate you gassing me up though, Myles. I appreciate it. He's going to be well happy with that. He wants to shut up about it the whole day.
100%. Happy days.
worth his money, mate. Worth his money.
He is.
Was it so? Obviously, again, like I think it was obviously just like it came at the right time, and obviously, you know, it's good to know that obviously we come across well as well. And I suppose now, so you're probably getting, like you said, about 10-20 inquiries a week. Obviously, the sales are sort of through the roof. Do you know how much sort of revenue the business has generated since obviously you came on board organically through SEO so far?
Yep. So our turnover last quarter was $250,000.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean, our return last year, our turnover last year was around the 350K mark. So last year we did 350K for the year, and we've done $250,000 one quarter this year. So, you know, turnover's gone up through the roof. We're aiming to sort of turn over £1 million this year. So, you know, our revenue has gone up by 3 times. So
Nice. And that's all through organic. That's all through SEO.
yeah, all for SEO. We've never done any advertising on Meta or Google. All through the website and the SEO.
Happy days. Well, mate, absolutely flying and looking forward to sort of keeping it up. And in terms of, I suppose, like, lastly, out of everything, like, what has been the sort of best change for you from obviously when, you know, you were sort of in the eco space and obviously you were subcontracting and it wasn't ideal? What was the sort of best change for you in terms of like working with us? Was it, you know, sort of being booked out? Is it not relying on sort of advertising, buying leads? Is it being able to plan ahead for people? What is it?
The best change has been, I used to scour for work every week. I used to call around random companies to try and get more and more and more work. And I was probably spending at least 1 day a week just on the phone trying to bring in more work. People ring us now. I don't have to do the ringing because they ring us. So that's been the nicest change.
I think you put that perfectly. It's really nice to hear as well. And I suppose, like, lastly, then, just to sort of like close things off, would you recommend us?
Yes, I would recommend SEO Docs.
Happy days, mate. Well, look, I really appreciate your time, and yeah, looking forward to sort of what the future holds. And yeah, I appreciate